I'm very pro-immigrant. I'm an immigrant, and my politics...
Are you pro-immigrant?
Of course I am. My politics come out of that. This country was built by immigrants, and to me, the great power of conservatism, the reason I call myself a conservative, is I want a ladder of opportunity that I can climb up.
What do you think of the way that some of the 2016 candidates have been talking about immigrants? The front runners, Ben Carson, Donald Trump, have been making some very disparaging remarks about immigrants. Do you think that they're the wrong people to be leading the charge for the Republicans for 2016?
Well, first of all, I do think the Republican Party should not and cannot be the party against immigration. No. But I do think that there is a legitimate frustration with illegal immigration. No country can be a real country while having, in a sense, a completely porous border. If you go down to the border, as I did last year, you basically see fences that keep stopping, fences with huge holes in them so that you can actually drive a car through them. So this is a fraud. This is an attempt to say to the American people, we have a fence, but look, you can come right through right here. And there's no one to stop you if you do. So
I don't believe that that's true. I don't believe that. I mean, I've been down to Tijuana as well, and I think that if I try and get through the line with my passport, I'm going to be stopped by the police.
No, don't be silly. We're not talking about going through the line. There's a little border post here, and then there are miles and miles of fence, and all I'm telling you is if you simply follow those fences, you will see the fence stops, and it literally becomes open country. You can just walk across the border.
I think there's a big difference between border security, which I think people on both sides agree is necessary. I mean, you know, we are a sovereign country, and of course there needs to be border security. And we have laws, absolutely. But there is a big difference between that and then talking about a whole people, as Donald Trump did, as rapists, as an example. Do you think that the frontrunners, Donald Trump and Ben Carson, are getting it wrong when it comes to immigration?
Well, I think that, as I say, I think that they are reflecting a deep frustration about the fact that the United States, the federal government, the states are doing better, but the federal government refuses ultimately to maintain borders. Now, as someone who went through the legal process, as I assume you did, it took us a lot of time, and it also cost us a fair bit of money, and we had to play by the rules, and we had to stand in line, and we did. So why would we condone, as immigrants, a process that allows other guys, just as in the same way as you're standing in the Starbucks line, some guy walks to the front, pushes everybody aside, orders a Starbucks, everyone in line is going to tell him to get out of the line, get in line. That's all I'm saying.